Okay, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I will be bringing to you guys the installation of the Rock Solid Motorsports tubular front end kit for the F-bodies. So first part of the video will be for me tearing down, the fenders, getting the bumper off, all the interferences out of the front of the engine bay, get all that stuff torn off, get it marked, get it cut, and then I will moving forward with doing the kit. So the kit was pretty straightforward. I've already got it pulled out for you guys. Laser bumper mount here, got the headlight mounts. Everything's pretty nice. It's all pre-bent, pre-notched. It's pretty sweet kit. So, in these ends here, that's got the flat plate that goes onto the frame. They're already TIG weld. Chromoly setup, should be lightweight. I think these guys claim at least like a 20 or 30 pound savings of weight when you do this front end on these guys. So let me get it started, and I will be taking you guys along for the ride, and I'll give you a quick little peek of what's happening with the E90 here. So went ahead and ordered a set of 275 50-15 ETR street drag radials and a dry nitrous kit for the car. So everything's going to be pretty straightforward with that. The idea behind it is to have a quick 750 index car I can go and bang out on a weekend and have a good time, or I can go stick my wife in it and it'll go straight and safe, and it'll be fun for her to ride. As I can bring this car along, she could be playing with that one if we want to enter them into events or whatever. So that's the plan with that. So today we'll be focused on the Camaro, getting the front end torn apart and the cage, the tubular front end put in. The cage, however, is coming soon. I probably will be pulling the trigger either tonight. Actually, I'll probably wait till Monday so I can give those guys a call and see if they offer any type of military discount or anything on the kit itself, so that maybe you can save me a few bucks here or on shipping or something like that instead of me pulling the trigger on their website. So today, be tearing into the Camaro for the first time really on video. So I will set the camera up and hopefully be able to bring you guys along with some of the teardown, okay? So I'll see you guys here again real shortly, and I will be getting started with it. Okay, guys, back out of here. I'm gonna get the hood popped for you guys. You guys can take a look and see what all is gonna be involved in trying to get this thing torn off. So obviously all the big stuff out of the front here has got to go, but I got all the factory wiring harness and stuff, the AC. I mean, there's tons of stuff up here that's going to get taken off, and I don't want to bore you guys with that. Strut tower obviously has got to come off, but fenders, front bumper, all that good stuff, lights, basically just have everything that I can expose. So that will be the next portion of the video. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to bore you guys with that. It's going to be pretty straightforward. Anybody that opens up the hood of a car can see that those things have to come off in order to do this kit. So I'll get back with you guys here real soon. I'll show you exactly how I'm going to go through the process of following the directions with those guys on Rock Solid Motorsports and trying to make sure that this thing is on right. They said that the hardest part about the job realistically is making sure that when the headlight mounts are being installed on the upper rail, that you're going to reuse this factory bracket, and so you have it lined up the best you can, so that way the angle and the distance away from the strut tower and stuff like that is all equal to where it was, as close as it can be to factory. So really that's about the main thing with it. Okay, guys, back at it with you here. Got the Camaro tore apart, and I figured I'd show you guys an update on this thing. So obviously you can see it's dark outside. Got pretty much all the front end torn apart on the deck here, and here she is. So sorry if the lighting's not the perfect, but it's pretty cut and dry. Figured I'd show you guys before I get the front end chopped off that I came through, made this line down the frame rail on both sides. You can see with a Sharpie. It's kind of funny, it's a blue Sharpie, but anyway, that's gonna be my cut line, and then once I get all that, I'll start removing all that junk But that's where I'm at. So it's pretty straightforward. Yanked everything off that I didn't need, and then you know, moved forward with that. So pretty straightforward. I will get this thing chopped off and I'll touch base back with you guys here shortly. There is the result. So just got it chopped for you guys. It's literally dark outside, so yeah, went pretty straightforward. I got the majority of it cut pretty straight here with the Sawzall, but then I ended up having to cut back in with just a straight cutoff wheel. I did have to get a little bit into the fender well there on that straight cut, but that's not a big deal. I mean, I could always fill that in with some weld and grind it back down, so really not worried about that. But hey, overall, I'm super ecstatic about this. So that is really about it, guys. So I'm gonna try to put some light so that way you guys can see, because it's pretty dark on the side of the garage. So hopefully that's not too bad. So yeah, anyway, we'll end it off here for tonight. I'll get this place cleaned up. I gotta shut it down anyway. I don't really want to, you know, upset the neighbors or whatever. So anyway, pretty much done. And then tomorrow I'll frame up the front end and get it all welded on, get it tacked, and then, you know, get you guys back online here with the video, and we'll go forward from there. So all right, welcome back everybody. Pretty much next morning now with the Camaro build. I got pretty much everything pulled out of the garage here now, so I can get ready to get started on getting this tubular front end put on. So just gonna kind of clean this up a little bit, get this sway bar out of the way, throw it in the garbage pretty much, get this harness pulled back, pretty much just get this stuff cleaned up, get the heater hoses off. This is all gonna get deleted anyway. I'm gonna be pulling the AC out, delete plate, all that stuff, so clean it up pretty nice. So I will touch base back with you guys here real shortly as soon as I get the pieces welded up. I found out last night actually that these have little painted colored ends to differentiate between, you know, driver and passenger. And so, you know, this top bar is going to pretty much come in something like that. So I mean, it's just, their kits are awesome. I mean, it's literally just, you know, clean it up, get all the dirt and clean it up, hold it, you know, I'll get the TIG, tack it up, boom, that'll be done. Same thing with here. So pretty straightforward. I will try to set the camera up if I can and get some welding pictures, and we'll move forward. So just want to give you guys a little update, moving along today. All right, here we go. Got it pretty much just like setting up there, getting ready to tack it. Figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride. Pretty much just get it level, you know, it's pretty simple. You can get the frame at a nice level position, and then obviously you move the tube the same way, right? Get it level, get it square the best you can, get it jacked up. I'll put a couple welding magnets there to kind of keep it straight for me while I tack it, and that's pretty much it. So trying to see if I can't set the camera right up here for you guys, maybe give you a glimpse. So I'm using a little thicker filler than I wanted, but at the time this is all I could grab. So it's 70S, EO70S, I think it's called. Yeah, ER70S2, sorry. I was thinking it was the 6s, but it's not. That's what I'm going to be using on the cage. But got the welder set up at about 60 amps. So like I said, we're just going to send this tack here and see what happens. All right, so I can clearly see that gonna have to pause a minute. Because I didn't bring enough of the paint back on the edges. I thought I brought it back enough, but obviously not, so it's all gummed up there and everything, so. All right, I saved you guys' ears there real quick while I hit it with the flapper wheel. Try to get this thing paint pulled back a little bit more than what I had it originally, so we'll try to retack this thing now and go from there. So actually, let me make sure that nothing moved here, which car shouldn't have moved. Tube didn't move. Alright, we're good to go. Good to go. Kind of helps if you transition your hood back from grind to weld. That was kind of bright. A little better. I think I'm actually going to move this grounding clamp because it's in my way. Don't want to put it on the end of the pipe there, so I can just try to get the body of the car and see how well that works out. There's some paint on there, so it probably isn't going to do too well. We'll see what happens here. Yep, pretty good. Alright, a couple small tacks there. So it should still come up, right? Well, what I could do now is I can remove my magnets. Come back through on the flapper wheel again. So you guys can pause the video if you guys want, so it's not blasting your eardrums. Clean some of this paint off a little bit better than I had it, and come back and tack it again. That's good for now. I'll go ahead and go back. Once I get it tacked, I'll hit the bottom and redo that, so it'll be pretty straightforward. So double check this again for the big move. Getting on that well, that's level. And we're good there. So we'll carry on. Stepping all over the hoses here. And I did it again. That should sit there without having to be supported. Good to go. Just again, just minor tacks. We'll get this other one tacked in here, and then I'll keep moving along. So I'll bring you guys back when I get it all pretty much tacked up. For the most part, that's just the process. It's going to be just boom, boom. I'll bring in the center here, and then I'll bring in the outside hoops. So, alrighty, bring you guys back. Pretty much got this thing tacked up and in place. There it is. So I think my only lesson learned with this is that you have to ensure that when you're making these original cuts up at the top of the fender, not so much at the frame, yes, obviously just as equal really, but this position has to be pretty much exactly right, because if not, when you go to weld this bar in, this plate's either going to be, you know, off. So I had to fight that a little bit actually on the passenger side. What I did is ended up basically cutting the making the cut here a little like this. Actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't like this, it was like this. And so I ended up taking the body saw here and coming back and basically straightening my cut up a little bit, because what I was finding was the bar, when it came down to the frame rail bar, that it was basically not lining up. And as you can see from the crossbar to this bar, it's lined up close, and that's what it says in the instructions. But this side ended up, you know, my ugly text there, but you can see how this side come almost dead even. So this one's a little forward, you know, but again, that's not nothing crucial. My main concern was getting the plates to line up flat, you know, having a no gap set up. There's a little bit of a gap there, but that's not going to be anything to worry about. Same thing with down here, you know, it is what it is. Just like I said, it literally has like one tack up here, you know, one down here, one here. It's literally just tacked in place. Like if someone come up here and kick this, it would absolutely go flying. So which, you know, that's not gonna happen, but figured I'd let you guys know that it's in place and tacked. And so the only other, you know, I got a couple more pieces here. This is like the headlight bar and stuff like that. That'll come in, you know, something in the area of like this. And then you'll have the headlight brackets that will come in. You know, I don't know if this is a driver or passenger side, but basically they'll bolt something like this to the back side of those bars. Those bars will go across. You'll tack that in place, then you'll come in and you'll tack this in, and that'll attach to the bar. And this is what the headlights will, you know, the brackets bolt to this. So it's pretty straightforward. And then the laser cut, basically this is the bumper support. So like this will come in on the bar, the hoop that comes across, and it'll be a tie-in for the bumper. And then I bought the additional, comes in and it mounts like that. You know, you basically can move this forward or aft or however you need it. So it's pretty straightforward there. But I mean, it's pretty much, that's how it'll look when it's all done. So I'll wait to fully weld it in. My bottle's running not low, but it's low. I think I've got about, I don't know, 700, 800, something like that in the bottle left. So, you know, I don't want to be going to town and getting all this thing all done up and then have to worry about, you know, running and getting gas. So what I'll do is I'll probably just finish up maybe one or two, and then I'll change my weld and gas to argon. So what I found is that in the car, I really hadn't been all the way through this thing yet, but he has a set of, I believe they're just single adjustable. Yeah, they're just single. So they're strange coilovers for the front. So what I think I'm gonna do is, maybe now that I've got this at least tacked into place, I'm probably gonna hop in here and take these factory setup deals out of here. So that way at least it's sitting on the coilovers, and that's the one less thing I've got to worry about doing. So then I'm gonna get in here, like I said, and probably start tearing the interior and stuff apart, making room with all this, get this harness pulled out of the car, and go from there. So, but I think what I'll do is I'll close that off, this video for you guys. That way we can move on to the next one. And actually, the next video that I will be bringing to you guys this next week is the fact that the Beamer, I've got, you know, all the stuff that's going to be going on it. The drag radials, the nitrous kit, and then also I haven't shown you guys yet, but from Octa Motorsports, there is this diff plate. So it'll go up underneath the car to where the diff is at, and it mounts to the frame of the car. It just helps stiffen up the rear subframe and differential in the Beamers and those E90s. So I'll be installing that as well. I've got to get the Camaro wheels down off the stack, and I will be actually trying to see if they'll bolt up to the E90. So you know, again, I know about the whole differences in the 120 5x120, 5x120.65, so I'm not too concerned with it at the moment, and we'll see if they'll clear. So I've got some brakes coming for that. That'll all be in the video. So I'm gonna go through and I'll be doing the video with you guys on the brakes, and then we'll test fit the wheels. And then if the wheels fit and I like it, which I know they'll fit, I just gotta make sure that the backspace is correct. And then if they fit, then I'll put the drag radials on it. I wanna take those drag radials off because those are 28s. Those are actually made for the size for the Camaro, but I don't wanna run 28s on the Beamer. So we'll get that all swapped over, get the wheels put on it, get the nitrous installed, go get the bottle filled, and get ready for Sunday. Because Sunday's another test and tune day like the other day, the other video that I showed you guys. But this time we're gonna be going out with some drag radials and the nitrous. So I think it's gonna be a good video to follow. And again, I'll have that video as well posted. So keep following along. Still need a name for the Camaro. Make sure you comment below, subscribe, help the channel out. I appreciate it. We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.